there's always a pucker factor going under these bridges. That says 122 feet, but for some reason, looking up at the mast all of a sudden gets 10 times taller. So we cleared it by a solid 60 feet, but it looked like 10.
Where are we headed, Nick?
We'll try not to offend anybody too much with our very West Coast accents. The Rappahannock River.
And then where are we going to go from there?
The Carotid River.
I think of that as sea carrot, but it's with an O.
I think of it like carotid artery.
It's been 2 weeks almost since we had a grocery run, so.
Are you getting the shakes?
I'm getting the shakes. We're getting a little low. I just used my last lemon and my last bit of garlic.
This is about the cutest cove I have seen. We're starting to fall in love with the Chesapeake here. Our friends Brent and Lois have very generously offered to take us to the store and get some groceries.
Our house envy is increasing exponentially now on this Chesapeake. And these people have it dialed in. They got their boat right next to their house. They can go to the Bahamas, go to the Chesapeake, further inland. They got it made.
And as cruisers, we always come bearing gifts. Yeah, like 2 weeks worth of garbage.
Oh, so glad to get rid of that.
It smells good.
Yeah. Oh, no.
You have to worry about deadheads out in the water?
Not a lot.
Yeah.
We have seen a few very spectacular ones, but they're not frequent.
That's good.
But yeah, that could be something in the near future. Oh, that'd be nice.
How many eggs does a hen produce per week or whatever?
They have a cycle about every 27 hours, so we can kind of figure on 2 eggs every 3 days. A strong producing flock, that 250 would give us about 22 dozen a day.
I'm impressing even myself. That was really, really nice, you guys.
You said you do like oysters?
I freaking love oysters.
There.
What are we doing?
Taste testing fresh eggs versus regular eggs. Which one is it?
I'm gonna say that this is the farm fresh and this is the store-bought.
Why is that? Is that one better?
They taste almost identical, but I had to pick one.
Oh.
I can't tell the difference at all.
Well, you picked right.
Wow. Well, what I meant to say was this one tastes like it's from a happy chicken.
Well, which one it tastes like it's been living in an RV?
Oh, this one has definitely been living in an RV. This one's been living in a cage.
Well, that's kind of sad. Nick left his nice chacos on the shore last night, and we just didn't think much of it. Not much of a tide here. And we got here and they are gone. So those are like his only outdoor sandals. So where'd you put them?
Right here.
I guess it did come up high.
Yeah. Just gonna take a quick look around.
Okay. I cannot believe it.
I left these last night at above what I thought was the high tide line over at the beach, and when I came back this morning, well, they were gone. One of them floated that way, the other one floated that way. I'm gonna go say hi to Brent and tell him that I got both of them.
Great job. Don't hurt yourself with that launch.
This is the second Maine Cat we've seen up close. This is the Maine Cat 38. Brent and Lois really have the best boat for the Chesapeake Bay. Fantastic coastal cruiser, and I wouldn't hesitate at all taking this out to the Bahamas. 38 feet, so it's all about efficiency with space. Like the other Maine Cat that we saw, the Maine Cat 41, it's got a central steering station in the main salon, and all the controls are right there at your fingertips. Very cool boat. We didn't have time to take it for a sail, but hopefully next time.
You wanted to get some crab pots, Nick.
Your time has come, my friends. It's happy days.
Okay.
Look at these guys. Troublemakers.
Any of them will do in here.
They're all looking for a certain type, certain size.
They're all mature.
Yeah. I like them fried. I actually like them smoked out in the can.
Yeah.
Fresh Swiss chard, just cut today from Yellow House Farms.
Now, what's the deal?
There's an oyster on the tip of our anchor.
A what? An oyster?
You see it?
Oh my God, look at him.
You see it? That's a new one.
Wow.
Let's see if he comes off. Okay, he's gonna come. Okay.
Oh,
Good, thank
how nice of
you.
you. You sent him back to the deep. Our friends who've been taking care of us the last couple of days, Brent and Lois, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
They're talking about how choppy it can be on the lower Chesapeake, and the way the waves just kind of slosh around in here, and it seems like that's what we've got.
It reminds me a lot of the San Francisco Bay.
Yeah, with headwinds predicted further ahead. We're just gonna take a left-hand turn here and head in for some protection.
Mill Creek.
And work on your video.
Yeah.
We're getting a boat watch and a half. We're so bored, we're doing puppets. Let's buy a boat. I don't want to. Let's buy a horse. But horses don't float. I know. That's why I like horses.
Brown, who did reply to this comment with a good book recommendation.
Apparently someone has actually written a book about
Someone
this.
wrote a book about this. I haven't read it, but I hope you do, because it sounds like it's a pretty gleaming review. So it's called Get Her On Board, Secrets to Sharing the Cruising Dream by Nick O'Kelly. So check that out. Let us know if
Perhaps
it's
he has
actually...
better ideas.
We love pizza, and we can't be eating all this flour pizza every day or we're gonna get really fat. We are dirty keto people. That means we don't eat keto every meal. We try, but we fail. So we are gonna show you today how to make keto pizza, and it's really easy. The first thing you do is you gotta melt mozzarella. It's a cup and a half of mozzarella and 1 ounce of cream cheese. You can see here we just melt this with a double boiler. Keep moving it, and pretty soon it'll all be melted down. So it's melting pretty fast. This recipe is great because it's only 4 ingredients. It's almond flour, mozzarella, cream cheese, and an egg. Okay, so this is nice and melted, and I'll just turn that off so that it cools a little bit. Next thing we're gonna do is mix 3/4 cup of almond flour. And then we mix 1 egg. And I'm gonna mix these up together first, a little bit, and then add the cheese. So we just want to basically make this into a dough. Next thing I'm going to do is roll this dough onto parchment paper on a pan. And I really love parchment paper. It really peels right off, which we're going to need to do with this recipe because we're going to bake it twice. So to roll it out, we just put another piece down. And I don't have a rolling pin, so I just use this cup. Basically, just spreading it out. Nick likes it when I make it really big, so he can have a pepperoni delivery device. Just keep rolling it, try to get it as flat as possible. All right, and hopefully this will work when I peel it off. Ooh, it's looking like it will. We're gonna bake this at 450 degrees for like 20 minutes. And this is exactly what we want to see. Just like that. So that's a nice, you can feel it's getting kind of crispy. So we'll just bake this for another 5 minutes and then we'll start putting our toppings on. Nothing's better than homemade pizza sauce. If you haven't made it, here's a really easy 10 ingredient recipe that I think you'll love. Start with a can of tomato paste. Just put the whole thing in here and just empty this out as best you can. Then I've heated up some water, not quite to a boil, and I just fill this can with water. And it's 3 tablespoons of Parmesan, 1 tablespoon of honey. Thank you, Eric, for the honey. We're still loving it. New Hampshire honey. I lied, it's 11 ingredients. I forgot the onion powder. 3/4 teaspoon of onion powder. And then marjoram, I think the secret ingredient in the herb category. Just a 1/4 teaspoon of that. 1/4 teaspoon of basil. And just a little splash of cayenne. Same with the red pepper. So it has a little kick. And then we'll do pepper, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So I've already ground some Himalayan salt. And then we just mix this up and you're done. Super easy. So once I discovered this sauce, I've never bought a store-bought sauce again. This is just the best. So easy, so tasty, so satisfying to make your own. There you go. Perfect. You want to taste it? So we'll just put the sauce down, and you can't have too much cheese. So we're gonna put a little more mozzarella down. And then we're gonna do pepperoni. Are you getting hungry, Nick? Mm-hmm. And then this won't have to go back in the oven for too long because the crust is getting nice and golden. So it'll be nice and chewy, like regular crust. It's Italian sausage and our black olives and the mushrooms. And we'll just put it back in the oven for 5 minutes to melt that cheese. Ooh. Just gonna take it off the parchment. All right.
If there's one thing that I love in this life as much as tacos, and Megan of course, it's pizza. And keto pizza, that doesn't sound great, but this is basically pizza with crust made out of cheese. So I don't think of it as keto pizza, I think of it as cheese crust pizza. Well done.
Hoping there's a little more wind out in the channel. But it is a beautiful day. It's so good to see the sun. We hadn't seen it in like 4 days. So it's all good. am shaking. Woo! Third time catching the drone, and I gotta say, with the better gloves, it was much easier. And Nick did some really good flying, and I can't wait to see the shots.
Maryland. Are you a Marylander or a Marylandite?
Never considered that.
Marylandonian?
I bet you're a Marylander.
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 There you go. Clarity, 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 clarity. Life is but a dream. Did we miss our turn? Oh, there it is.
Thanks everybody for watching this week's video.
If you liked the video, smash that like button. That's what the kids say.
And subscribe if you haven't already.
If you haven't had enough of us, you can listen to more in our podcast. And the reviews have been great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Leave a review on iTunes as well. Thank you.
Big thank you, of course, to our patrons for the financial support, and to everybody really who is interacting with us online. We enjoy it so much, and a lot of folks say that we're inspiring them. Whoa, that's not good. Say okay, everybody. It was just the autopilot. We're still on course. It's all good. We're safe. The inspiration really is a two-way street. Hearing about your plans to go cruising and looking for boats and where you want to go, it fires us up.
Yeah, and people seem more excited than ever to go cruising. So
come out and join us.
yes.
Until next time, we'll see you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.